Back in the Hack Yourself First course, one of the things I showed was the robots.txt file and the fact that in an attempt to keep search engines from indexing particular content, websites often disclose the presence of sensitive resources that they also don't want attackers finding. Hey, great, we've kept our admin page out of a Google search, but we've defined its presence in one very clear, very common location which anyone can find. Let's go back to that robots.txt file now. And of course, it's just over at robots.txt. So here we go. This is pretty much what we looked at in the previous course, but I've added something here because this sort of pattern is something that we frequently see. It's just a disallowed directive. This is telling search engines, hey, do not index API admin users. Now, as we just saw, that API has some very sensitive data in it. And what the robots.txt file is doing is telling an attacker exactly where to go and find that data. That may seem like a fundamentally obvious flaw, but indeed a robots.txt file is one of the first places an attacker will look in order to find the presence of potentially lucrative paths on the website. And the reason why that's one of the first places they look is that it's just a simple GET request, and it often bears fruit in the form of giving them this sort of information. So the lesson here is clearly to understand that a robots.txt file is meant to be a public resource. Indeed, the very fact that it's so prevalent and it's in that predictable path, which of course it needs to be in order for the search engines to find it, that should be a bit of a giveaway that, hey, maybe this isn't the place we go and put sensitive data. So by all means, use the robots.txt file in order to keep the search engines away from things that people probably shouldn't be stumbling across whilst they're organically using Google as part of their daily lives. Do keep in mind that it is going to advertise the presence of those resources. Now, by no means do I want to suggest that you shouldn't have these values here, and clearly there is a bigger issue around access controls that we'll come back to. But once again, and I'm reiterating this, remember, this is a public resource that will point anybody to the paths described within it, just as we can see here.